taky není. Ah! Já botei a trechinha para esta não.
Have any other options on Bellarabi? His only choice was to go for goal, but I think even Bellarabi would have expected to do better with a shot. Granted, the angle wasn't exactly in his favour, but we've seen him score from those types of positions before. Putting Romayo under pressure. The two tangle and the foul goes the way of Celta Vigo. Guidetti making his feeling his own to Rendell. Won the ball cleanly there, Guidetti. There was a bit of a tangle of the left between him and Romayo. I don't think there was anything untoward in his efforts to try and get to the loose ball. Nevertheless, Celta Vigo do have a free kick in a promising position. See a handful of substitutions made for Celta Vigo. Maxi Gomez, Pablo Hernandez, Josebed Sanchez and Sergi Gomez are the four players coming on. John Guidetti, the man who bagged a brace to put Celta Vigo 2-0 up, is coming off. One of the four players along with Daniel Vass. For now though, still Celta Vigo with this opportunity from the free kick. It's going to be Pione Sisto to take. It is Sisto, and it's headed clear at the front post. Sisto gets it back, but is forced to play it all the way back to goalkeeper VR. Well, one thing that Heiko Herrlich, the new Leverkusen head coach, will certainly take heart from is that in this situation that Leverkusen found themselves in today, 2 goals down, playing really well but not making the most of their opportunities in front of goal. Many an occasion last season it would have seen Leverkusen crumble under the pressure. Mental fortitude wasn't one of their strong points in the previous campaign, but today they have shown great mental strength in coping with the setback and then battling their way back into the game to now lead courtesy of 3 goals in the space of 9 minutes. And that is without a doubt something that'll quell the concern surrounding the club coming into the 2017-18 campaign. For Herrlich, the bar has been set relatively low. Leverkusen, Poyampalo with the shot here though. Well, the offside flag is up because the ball came cannoning back off Dominic Kor, but it was a fine effort from Poyampalo. He's made a fantastic impact in this game, it has to be said. His substitution alone has in many ways contributed to all 3 of Leverkusen's goals. He's grabbed one of them himself, but his movement off the ball and on the ball is something that has really sparked Leverkusen into life, and you've got to be honest, with performances like this, he's got to be in contention for a regular starting spot if he's going to be that active and that impactful on a game. And right now, other than Stefan Kiesling, who is 33 years old and 1 year away from retiring, and a player who, while he holds legendary status in this club, is certainly not at the peak of his powers anymore, then Joel Poyampalo really is the best option as an out-and-out striker that Leverkusen currently have in their team. They may well be looking to add another striker before the end of the transfer window. Rudi Fuller, the sporting director, explaining during halftime that there is still business to be done for Leverkusen. He didn't necessarily say that it would 100% be a striker that they'd be looking to draft in, but they should have a reasonable war chest at their disposal following the sales of Chicharito and Hakan Çalhanoğlu. We're going to have two changes here for the time being. Benjamin Henrichs coming off to be replaced by the Jamaican Leon Bailly. Meanwhile, it's going to be Karim Bellarabi replaced by Julian Baumgartlinger, the Austrian international. So two right-sided players coming off. Bailly more of a winger. But it right now looks like Dominic Kor will be the one to assume the role of right back with Henrichs off the pitch. That will allow Baumgartlinger to slot into his natural position at holding midfield. Bailly out on the right wing. Very speedy, talented youngster, but he hasn't had many chances to prove it since he joined Leverkusen last January. Of course, he caught the eye with some very impressive performances in the Europa League during the first half of last season. Those performances coming with Belgian outfit KRC Genk. And so he was highly touted, the youngster. But it was Leverkusen ultimately who won the race for his signature in January. That's well played out wide. That's a good ball in towards. It's Maxi Gomez, the Uruguayan striker, who gets the goal to level the scores once again. It's good work by Pione Sisto down the left-hand side. He had so much time and space to pick out his cross towards the back post. Vendel not staying close enough to his marker. Andre Romayo lost sight of Gomez as well. And a tidy finish from the 20-year-old. So just when everything looked like it was going swimmingly for Bayer Leverkusen, they find themselves pegged back once again. 6 goals for the fans to enjoy here today at the Bayer Arena, though. Admittedly, the majority of them here today are Bayer Leverkusen fans, so they may have wanted to see 6 goals, but would have preferred if their side were ahead in the game. Got just under 7 minutes of normal time remaining. So there is still time for either side to find a winner. But compared to the rather cagey affair we had in the first half, this game has really opened up in the second. Both sides taking a few more risks going forward. Here is Iago Aspas, the man who top scored for the club last season in La Liga with 18 goals. It's a tally that was only bettered by Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and Cristiano Ronaldo, so he is in rather esteemed company at the top of the goal-scoring charts in Spain. And when you consider that even with those goals, Celta Vigo still only managed to finish in 13th, it does underline just how important his goals were for the Celtistas last season. 30 years of age, a Celta Vigo player through and through. Spent a bit of time away from the club with Liverpool and Sevilla, but are now back with the team for which his heart beats. And here is Pione Sisto again, and there's another dangerous cross. Difficult to tell whether he's going for goal or just looking to whip a dangerous delivery into the box, but Maxi Gomez wasn't far away from potentially even getting on the end of that one as well. Let's take a look at it again. He may have been a fraction offside, Maxi Gomez. But Pione Sisto is one of those players that's just a live wire on the wing. It's interesting, since Leverkusen did make the score 3-2 in the 74th minute through Kevin Volland, they've rather taken their foot off the pedal, and I think that's what's led to them conceding once again and letting the score come back to 3-3. Yeah, in the last 10 minutes, Celta Vigo have certainly had more of the ball. They've looked like the team that are showing more attacking intent. Of course, it's not helped by the fact that the rhythm of the game is broken up by the numerous substitutions that do take place during pre-season friendlies, but nevertheless, Heiko Herrlich will be not very pleased to see that his side have become a little bit more complacent in the last 10 minutes. They had this game under control, in their grip. But they've just let it slip of late. And now it's a good ball to find Hugo Mayo. He had to try and get the cross in first time, but can't control it, and it's behind for a goal kick. Celta Vigo have never won La Liga or the Copa del Rey in Spain. They have qualified for the Champions League once in the club's history in the 2003-2004 campaign. They came through the group stages only to lose to Arsenal over the course of 2 legs in the round of 16. They've been in the Europa League, or back in the day the UEFA Cup, on 7 occasions. Their most successful run in that competition coming last season, with them facing and ultimately losing to Manchester United in the semi-finals, 2-1 on aggregate. But the La Liga is an ultra competitive league. We've got some very in there, and I'm not just talking about Real Madrid and Barcelona, the Sevillas, the Valencias, the Atletico Madrids. Celta Vigo will want to improve on last season's 13th placed finish and get back into contention at the very least for European qualification. For now though, here is Kevin Campbell picking out Volland, a chance to cross, it's deflected, and it's straight into the arms of Ivan Villar. Time winding down in this second half. Can either side get a winner? Dominic Corr was another man that got a mention while Rudy Fuller was talking to the stadium announcers during half-time, saying how to have him back after his loan spell with Augsburg, where he managed to gain invaluable experience in the Bundesliga with a side that don't quite have the talent in their ranks that Leverkusen boast. But he is a youth product of the Leverkusen Academy, so they're happy to have him back. And here he is trying to win the ball off of Pione Sisto. It was a bit of a clumsy challenge, but Leverkusen do win back possession. Folland looking to turn, but he's got three men in and around him. Mehmedi hadn't made the run that he was anticipating. Needlessly conceding possession there was Kevin Folland. Oh, it's a good ball round the corner for the run of Maxi Gomez. Just can't keep the ball in play, the young Uruguayan, and that is the end of what has proven to be a thrilling pre-season friendly here at the Bayer Arena. Goals in both halves, and plenty of them. It ends 3-3 between Bayer Leverkusen and Celta de Vigo. Both sides would have preferred to come away with a win. Leverkusen especially ahead of their DFB Cup first round tie against Karlsruhe next Saturday. But for both teams, there will be plenty of positives to take from this game. The one thing that may detract from that from a Leverkusen's perspective, they will feel like they deserve to win here. They had more chances, they played the better football, they had a greater control on the encounter throughout the 90 minutes. They will be disappointed in themselves to have conceded the 2 goals through John Guidetti. Celta Vigo will be pleased with the ruthless efficiency they put on display in front of goal. For Leverkusen, I think the tale of the tape really will be the chances missed, but still plenty of positives for Die Werkself and new head coach Heiko Herrlich to concentrate on. For now, though, it ends here at the Bayer Arena. Bayer Leverkusen 3, Celta de Vigo 3. Let's just take a look at some of the highlights from the second half. John Guidetti, the man who opened the scoring, crashed a header off the bar, which wouldn't have counted anyway, after a foul on Sven Bender. Just couldn't get his foot around the ball to turn an effort on target. The substitute keeper, Ivan Villar, coming off his line. Karim Bellarabi then once again causing problems down that right flank as he tried to pick out Kevin Folland. Well cut out by David Costas. Kevin Campbell then drilled an effort just wide of the target before John Guidetti bagged his brace, capitalising on a moment where Leverkusen fell asleep at the back after a foul on Sven Bender that wasn't given. Guidetti once again ruthlessly efficient in front of goal to get his second. It was then Leverkusen's turn to finally get themselves on the score sheet. Kevin Folland finding Ahmed Mehmedi with his pullback, and Mehmedi finding the bottom corner following a nice 1-2 with his partner. That started a string of goals for Leverkusen. Paulo came off the bench and made a real impact. He scored Leverkusen's second a few minutes after to make it 2-2. Finnish striker. And then completing the comeback, it was that man, Kevin Folland. 3 goals in the space of 9 minutes. Kevin Folland's the last of the 3. And for the first time in the game, Leverkusen led in front of home support. However, there was a late twist in the tail. Pione Sisto found space on the left wing and he picked out Maxi Gomez at the back post to make it 3-3. And that capped off the scoring in a thrilling encounter. It may be pre-season, but it wasn't played like it here at the Bayer Arena. It ends 3-3 between Bayer Leverkusen and Celta de Vigo.